Stalemate occurs when there are no possible moves, but neither king is in check. Stalemate is a draw, even if one of the players has many more pieces on the board. What can white play to end the game in stalemate? Good idea. Black's pieces can't move, so the game ends in stalemate. White looks doomed, but can you find a way to save the game with stalemate? Great job. White's pawn delivers check. Since white's king does not have any legal moves, no matter what black does next, white will save the game with stalemate. Is the position stalemate? If it's not, find a legal move for white. Good work. Black won't be able to stop the b7 pawn from promoting. Black's pawn looks dangerous, but white has one move that stops it from queening and likely leads to a draw by stalemate. What should you play? Black promotes the pawn. Nice move. The only move that black can play that would keep the pawn defended results in an immediate stalemate. Other moves allow white to capture the pawn. Either way, the game ends in a draw. Black has an extra pawn, but white can end the game with an immediate stalemate. How should you do it? Well done! Black has no legal moves, and the game ends in a draw. Chess games can end in draws because of stalemate, an agreement between the players, 3 repetitions of the same position, or 50 moves without a pawn move or a capture. We have entered a completely drawn endgame. Can you find the move that immediately forces a draw for white? Great job. The trade of queens immediately draws the position as there is no checkmating material on the board. It looks like white is losing, but can you find a way to block the position so no pawn moves can be made by either side? Excellent. The position is now blocked. No pawn moves can be played, and the kings cannot attack any pawns. No progress can be made, so the game is a draw. White is down a rook for a pawn, but the pawn is one move away from promoting. Can you find a trick that forces a draw for white? Fantastic! White promotes to a queen, forcing the king to capture the queen and leave the rook unprotected. Go ahead and draw the game by capturing the rook. Great job. You saved the game and forced the draw. White's rook is under attack, and black is ready to promote the pawn into a queen. Can you find a sacrifice that forces a draw for white? Wonderful. The white rook sacrifices itself for black's pawn. A king and a bishop cannot create a checkmate without other pieces, so the game is a draw. White is down material, but can force a repetition by making a series of checks that black can't escape. How should you do it? Black soon wins the game. Great start. Which safe queen check will force black's king back to g8? There's a better move? Try again and look for a precise check. Well done. Black's king must return to g8, and white can repeat the position with queen checks until the game is drawn. Put your pieces in the ideal position to control the most important part of the board, the center.